think the honorable thing for our species to do is deny our programming. Stop reproducing. Walk hand in hand into extinction. One last midnight, brothers and sisters opting out of a raw deal.
Do not trust any friends or family members. I repeat, do not trust friends.
Got that out of the system.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you guys watch Universal Soldier? What? Speaking of defending, oh man, he's running through walls right now. I forgot how many walls.
That's great.
Just
the paper wall.
The brick wall fucking finale. Run through it.
Yeah.
Gives her the side eye. Van Damme is a comic genius in this movie.
I think they both were. This was So anyway, hi everyone. Extinction Agenda, talking about Universal Soldier, 1992. Roland Emmerich, his first sort of American. Actually, I don't even think it's American because it was like Cine East or whatever. So I think it's still like maybe a European production somehow because it's got like a Swede and a Belgian. It's kind of a European, and Roland Emmerich is German or something like that. So this is pre-Independence Day, Roland Emmerich.
Roland Emmerich didn't go up from Independence Day though. For
I don't know. White House Down, The Day After Tomorrow. Come on, man, Day After Tomorrow. That's a
to cut him some slack on Midway.
Look, they're not all winners.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's back off Roland Emmerich a bit. He's a beauty for making this fucking absolute classic.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, do you not remember this movie at all? You've seen it before.
I've seen it before. I mean, I probably saw it in like once, 93, 94 maybe. Like I was pretty young. I don't really remember that
There's
much
a good
of it.
chance maybe when we lived together I fired it up.
I'm sure. I mean, there's a lot.
We were probably wasted though.
I was gonna say there's a lot of blurry times from when we lived together. And I mean, I'd walk into rooms and you'd be watching God knows what half the time. I'd just be like, Jesus, just like in passing, I'd catch it. But
just sit down, shoot this gook traitor. What the fuck are you watching, man?
Yeah, so I didn't remember much of it, so it was kind of like seeing it again for the first time, which was good. I enjoyed it. It was worth my money, although I thought I had it for free, but it turned out being en français. So I even had a note. It was like $4.99. Will it be worth it? Scratched it out. Free on Crave. Scratched that out. Actually $4.99. So I thought it was well done. I was entertained. Started watching it. I watched it in two parts because it was just getting late last night. But I really wish I could have just stayed up and finished it because I was enjoying it. I felt like I haven't seen Jean-Claude Van Damme in a movie in a long time. Probably since like the early 90s sort of action sort of stuff. And I just like remembered so many of like the great scenes with him. Like it just it's almost like it's like a same character in every movie to a certain degree, and like the facial expressions and like it was really good. Debo from Friday was in that.
Nice touch.
Did you
Yeah.
catch that? Yeah.
Oh, I did. Yeah. Get up, soldier.
Yeah. It was just really good. I mean, there was just like so many aspects that like just reminded me of Terminator 2 for sure. A lot of the scenes, like, I love when the gas station blows up and they're all just kind of walking around on fire. I don't know why there's some like a comedic element to this at the same time. Also, like, I kind of forgot how like, I don't know, it not like ultra violent, but like, I remember watching these movies in the 90s as a kid and being like kind of terrified just by how like gratuitous some of the violence was. Like, oh, there's a hostage taking, kill him. And like, I feel like that's kind of not so prevalent in movies anymore. I remember watching this as like an 11-year-old and being fucking terrified every time I went to a bank.
Yeah, and that's funny you say that too, because executions are not like common fare in action movies anymore.
They're
this
not.
This one had a number of public executions, like on your knees, like full on executions.
Like when they shoot the journalist, it was just like, oh Jesus! It was kind of like, fuck, I didn't see that coming. Like a little jarring, but overall, very, very entertained by it. I'm not going to say no complaints, but let's be honest here.
I wonder how many people do you guys think got shot in the face?
Oh fuck.
Oh man, there's got to be a YouTube mega clip, sort of at least. Yeah, who
I'm
knows?
sure someone took a count.
Yeah, there's always a body count. I mean, whether there's a face
Oh,
shot in the face count, then maybe that's something we need to do.
Speaking of body count,
Mhm.
the gorgeous end credits.
Yeah, man,
Oh,
I was very surprised by that. I had forgotten completely, and then Ice T, sorry,
Ice-T.
comes on, and yeah, I was like, perfect.
Yeah, it was a
Perfect.
good ending.
Yeah.
It was a perfect ending. Yeah. So like Van Damme had a very odd role because he didn't speak much, like at all. I don't know what would have led him to take this role, because I feel like, but I don't know, maybe this was right on brand. And then for some reason, even though Dolph was known as like sort of a mute fake Russian for his whole career, they just like they cut him loose with weird fucking dialogue and flashbacks.
I kind of want to push back on the Lundgren thing. Like okay, so let's go over this. Maybe let's test your hypothesis. Rocky 4, fine. Masters of the Universe, lots of speaking lines there.
Yeah, not good ones though. That was
that's fine.
That was made. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Red Scorpion, Punisher, I Come in Peace, Showdown in Little Tokyo, and then this.
Okay, Showdown in Little Tokyo is really funny though.
Yeah, well, and I think like this is. I think I'm not sure that this was his breakout exactly. Like you were texting, and then it just got me thinking. I was like, is this his breakout? And like, no, I think because he also did like stage stuff too, maybe that comes later.
I think Rocky 4, you just ran away with it, and this was just like in the middle of the good times.
Yeah.
Nick, this guy's still working, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. I wanted to posit that Lundgren had a better career than Van Damme, even though we think like up until this point, I think Lundgren has the better movies, which I was surprised to discover.
Well, that's a fact. Not only the better movies, but the better career. And he did also, I don't know if you guys knew this, he released very recently some information that he used to be involved with like gigantic orgies.
Okay. Well,
yeah, Van Damme was kind of known to be a cokehead. Dolph just like started talking about his orgies recently, and
okay.
Yeah, I don't. Don't worry, I'll cite this for you later.
No, I'm not doubting it. I like he's like you hear about Schwarzenegger, these extremely large men with their very like robust sexual appetites. It's you like they don't get into drugs because like that's not how you maintain that particular physical form.
No, yeah, here it is. Reveals he had group sex with his ex Grace Jones with up to 4 or 5 other women at the height of their fling. Orgies left him a bit tired for work.
I was thinking that it would have been with Grace Jones.
5 women.
Yeah. Well, they're keeping each other busy too.
That's why
they would have to.
That's why he's so strong.
That's it, because he's just laying pipe left and right. Ultimate exercise regime.
Just fucking took a left turn somewhere, guys.
Yeah. So yeah, I think this is a good role for Van Damme because he doesn't speak. Like, what the fuck? I don't want to hear him talk. He's a fucking ridiculous person.
He actually was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was pretty terrible.
Sergeant Andrew Scott carried the film. I'm pretty sure.
I will just to stick on Van Damme for just a moment. Like he puts in a lot of effort. Like he like that sleepy look that he looks, and he's like looking drunk all the time, kind of like puppy dog and hang dog. Yeah, he's like through the whole movie.
It's until like the last 20 minutes, and like he comes to life a little bit more. It's like, and he's like, I'm starting to remember what I can't remember, blah 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 blah, and like I don't know. It was just like he all of a sudden was a lot less sleepy.
And I did like the French parents. Like I like the French character. At least make him a fucking French character. I have a hard time with any believing Van Damme stuff because he could never fake an accent. He was always just a fucking straight up French guy. So like, give us a French background. Congratulations to the script writers on that. I just want to eat.
His parents are so old too. Like, but on the other hand, like, okay, so it's nice to give him French family members and stuff, but like they just become like stand-ins for those like Korean hostages at the beginning. Like they become echoes of that first hostage situation, and like it's neither of them have any screen presence. Like they don't seem afraid in the way that the Korean couple felt afraid.
They seemed almost relaxed, just like, oh, well,
or Vietnamese or what.
Yeah, they were bad actors, but it was full circle.
Yeah.
Actually, the dad is not a bad actor. He's actually like a fairly famous actor.
He did not do well. I think we can say that. I mean, I'll see it in a bit. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he played a subtlety of fear that I just my eye did not grasp. But he just kind of seemed like he was there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Because the film's Euro Somerville, it's just a little too subtle for our tastes.
I think that's it. It's like the Bergman of action films.
Yeah.
They're just talking to each other. I can't remember who I am.
Actually, Veronica Roberts, played by Ali Walker, the reporter, was
there.
fantastic.
We go, Veronica. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That whole like Lois Lane thing really works in this story. She's very expressive, and I remember reading Ebert's review of this movie, and he was like, I found myself just, what's her name again? Ali
Walker. Yeah.
Ali Walker. He was like, Ali Walker was the best part of this movie. I just found myself interested in what she was doing, and the fact that she like made all these lines work and kind of, could act in this environment and bring like a sort of comedic energy to it. It was just interesting that's what he liked about this movie.
I mean, he's not wrong. I guess. I don't know. I thought she played a good part. She played a good role.
Yeah.
She livened things up between the two meatheads going at it all the time. So.
Well, I just watched her like pull the tracking device out of so much nudity, so much nude Van Damme.
Lindsay
a lot of
right
nude
there.
Van Damme. Did she?
Don't get me started.
She walked in right at the scene where he's walking out into the hotel parking lot, and she was just like, "Oh, this is what you're watching." I was like, fuck.
Look, they used to service the female gaze. That's another thing that changed. There used to be more executions and a lot more ass for women to look at.
It's true.
And full on dick and balls, a little more common in the past.
This was actually like a show of the great bodies. This wasn't.
Yeah.
There was no really woman sexualization at all in this movie.
Yeah, because even at the end when they finally embrace, like he just hugs her. It's such a chaste moment.
She's just like an okay friend. This is for the boys. This show.
Yeah.
Well, listen, did
sounds like you gotta go.
No. Yeah, I gotta go. Sergeant Andrew Scott here. I felt like a little bit opposite of Adam rather than the guys just going at it. I thought there was actually kind of a slow build to the final battle. There's a lot of action scenes and shit. Like whenever I think of a movie from like the 90s too, all I think to myself is like 92, man, they actually had to blow shit up for real and make all these props themselves.
Yeah, and it definitely looks like it. Oh, another headshot. Yeah, holy fuck, there's so many headshots.
The truck too. What the fuck? Did they build that for that movie?
That
had to be the majority of the budget. And then they drove around in the fucking shitty desert somewhere and blew up an old fucking gas station.
23 million.
What did it gross?
93, I'd say, something. Maybe 103 worldwide.
That's amazing.
Well.
This was a huge movie. I remember.
Oh yeah.
Like when it was like a must-have. Like if you if your dad didn't bring home fucking Universal Soldier in 1992 to fucking watch from the old video store, like what was he doing? What else
Yeah,
did he
yeah.
watch?
Yeah, your finger not on the pulse, Dad. We need to know what's going on. Getting to what you'd said, like it's a slow build. Yeah, it takes 54 minutes for the Sarge to take over. Like he doesn't become like he just all of a sudden becomes conscious, and then
No,
the movie's
I think there
very different.
were hints. He's like
Well, he goes rogue and
side-eyeing
stuff.
them, like he's like semi-conscious, sort of like side-eyeing certain orders and stuff like that.
Yeah, but he's not speaking out. It just, I'm not saying it comes out of nowhere, but then when it arrives, it's just like, oh shit. And yeah, it changes the movie completely. Like it brings like an extra level of menace and insanity to everything. I give the orders here. You're like, he does.
Yeah. Those guys in the fucking truck got fucked after that point too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or the guy that he smashed through the fucking bubble head and just broke his neck.
Yeah.
Awesome. There were very. I feel like there were some iconic kills in this movie also, like that one and the one where he shoved the needle through the guy's face.
Oh Jesus! That hasn't
Time
happened
for your
yet.
medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like there's some scenes like that's what you were talking about at the beginning, Adam, was just like the gratuitous violence is just so over the top. Like they're just comfortable like fucking brain stemming a guy with a needle straight through the face, like. And I mean, it wasn't even that graphic. You just saw a needle come through his cheek. But like if you like when you sit back and process that went straight into the back of his brain stem or whatever, you're like, oh Jesus.
The execution scenes at the start were just like a little appetizer. It was like, get ready. Like, it's funny you say like iconic, because one of the scenes that stood out that I actually remembered when the one doctor was like, oh, we've got an order for you. You've got to hold this grenade for 30 seconds and then drop it. And then he like grips his fingers with the grenade.
Yeah.
I remember that from when I was a kid. That was the one scene I remembered. But I was just like, oh shit. And he's like, oh, you stuck. Well done.
I like the absurdity of that, because it's like you're under control of this creature. You could just give it a new order. Okay, let me go for a second. Start over. Yeah, but he just gets trapped in it. It's the dumbest way for Leon Rippey to get exploded.
Leon Rippey, what a great name.
Yeah.
And like you guys were saying too, I think the black comedy and the absurdity to some of the scenes, like while that was going on, Dolph was like dangling a midget by his ankle out in front of a biker bar, a nice belt, and stripping this guy of his belt. Like, and then the truck fucking explodes. You're like, you can't help but like crack up a little bit and be like, what the fuck is going on?
What a circus.
Yeah, because I'm watching Van Damme. He's in the diner and he's like, he starts eating food and stuff, and he's just like,
oh, that whole scene was ridiculous. And when he throws that guy in the pool table and all the balls sink and the 8-ball goes in last, it was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was amazing. And there were like little dumb scenes like that on like everything. Like they'd get into a fight and Van Damme would go back to the table and eat a piece of bread. There's just there were like little nuances in between insane things that were happening. Like it
definitely had a B movie vibe. It's still like it has a B movie vibe, but it's like the best B movie. You don't actually realize, you kind of realize it's a B movie, but because it just feels so generic. Like this is what was in theaters at the time. Like this was a big movie, $23 million, but they made a $23 million B movie. With like black comedy and like when he's just chucking grenades at the end, laughing and making jokes and stuff like that, just constantly throwing grenades.
That fishing lure braid. And like fucking war paint on, and he's like, "Woo, ha ha!" throwing these grenades. It's a fucking madhouse.
Yeah.
Just what were they doing?
Yeah, well, he's decorated with ears and stuff, and it's just
the ear necklace is also iconic.
Yeah.
It is. Ask anybody about the ear necklace. If you're past a certain age bracket, you'll be like, oh yeah, I saw that movie.
I gotta be with Adam on this. Like, I did not remember this movie very well. I did not remember the ears, for instance. I didn't remember the fact that it's a black comedy. I thought it played it really, in my memory, it played it really straight. And I remembered thinking like this movie sucks, but this movie really doesn't suck. And it makes sense to me that it spawned a franchise, because it's got like a Philip K. Dick kind of, not Philip K. Dick, but it's, heroes searching for lost origin, and you can very easily like make a franchise. Okay, and then they make new Universal Soldiers, and another person forgets their history or whatever, and what does it mean to get reprogrammed and given orders and turned into robots and shit like that, and then it's also a zombie movie. Like, this is a zombie.
Yeah, totally. Well, that's what the scene I was talking about at the gas station when they're all walking around on fire. That reminded me of one of those comedy scenes from a zombie movie where they're just like,
yeah,
and they're like Frankensteins,
yeah, and they're like, no, and then trying to like put them out, and yeah, it was totally the zombie movie at that part. It was good.
Or the grocery store.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, on your feet, soldier. God damn it. The fucking platoon's dropping like flies.
And the other guy's just eating that raw steak. He's just
he's just eating a fucking steak, and all the locals are just like slack-jawed yokels with cowboy hats on. Shit. Oh, fuck.
It's like, at the same time, though,
they're
it's
everywhere.
Like, usually franchises are spawned when like a universe is created, and I didn't feel like this one did, but I guess like you said, Somerville, this sort like the storyline can sort of be repeated with like different pieces in there to make it entertaining to create a franchise. But yeah.
Well, yeah, I think that was part of it too, is that like not a lot of questions were answered.
You went to Jerry Orba.
Yeah, the only fucking question I had answered was that they dealt with fucking Sergeant Andrew Scott, which apparently they didn't based on the franchise reboots. But yeah, that was the only sort of plot resolution, really. You were just like, yeah, we fucking hyper accelerated the immune system, healed wounds. Yeah, who
they
did
don't
that?
They don't even say like we hyper accelerated the cells and brought them back to life or something like that. And you're like, okay, all right, thanks, Jerry. Cleared it right up for us. Yeah. It doesn't even. Sorry, he's in the diner right now fighting people. This is so stupid. Like, why is everybody like? I love the convention from the 90s, like when you've got the tough guy who's just tearing people apart, and so one guy gets beat up, and then the next guy goes, like. It's like it makes the next guy angrier.
Yeah.
and then it just keeps escalating from there. And you're like, it's such a stupid convention because it makes no sense. Like, if you saw someone doing that, there's no way you'd be like, all right, I'm next. Like, you think this is fucking Dragon Ball Z, guys?
And after him, then it's me. And you're like,
and they just had and the lines were like out to lunch. Even the cook, I slaved all day making that slop.
Yeah.
The food is good. Fucking right it is. We got a deadbeat. Just the one-liners to like escalate scenarios or to make you laugh. It was just like, and it for some reason the scenes just flowed like effortlessly into the next shit show scenario. Fucking the prison bus chase on a cliffside. That was awesome. That was a great car chase.
Yeah, I just wanted to say the guy at the diner, the cook that comes out, he was in Deadwood, and he was like the sergeant of he was like the right-hand man of who's the guy that plays Major Dad? What's that guy's fucking name? Major Dad was the major villain in season 3 of Deadwood. So anyway, he's got this right-hand guy, and it's the cook, and he gets into a fight, and he's beating the shit out of like another giant man, and he's about to kill him in the mud. But then Major Dad tells him to back off, and then the guy that's drowning like reaches up and plucks out dude's eye. And every time I see that actor now, I just see like his eye dangling out and him going, "Whoa!"
Jesus.
Gerald McRaney.
Gerald McRaney, like, yeah, forever in my mind is like just this awful dispatching. Anyway, the chase scene on the cliffs, yeah. I didn't like some of it because like the high altitude shots made it look small somehow, and kind of ridiculous. But then when they zoomed in, like, yeah, it was much better. Because yeah, there's a lot of danger everywhere, right? Explosions, and you can't go this way, you can't go that. And...
Oh, this is a little trivia treat for you guys. Both Jean-Claude and Dolph attended the 1992 Cannes Film Festival to promote the film. Just outside the festival hall, they were shown having an argument, pushing and threatening each other before security guards intervened to stop them. This brawl was reportedly reported on many news channels. Oh, years later, Lundgren revealed it was staged for publicity.
Yeah.
Oh,
amazing.
That's just hilarious. That's
Twitter
ahead of its time.
Yeah, well, that's what you got to do. Although I don't remember that, but I guess it would have been on Entertainment Tonight or something like that.
It's good.
I don't think this movie really needed that though. Like, Van Damme's a star, Lundgren's a star, and such as it was, it's a big budget action movie.
Like that it's being promoted at film festivals. So.
Wow. That's a good point.
How times have changed.
I think it deserves it though. Like, this is he's in the grocery store now. Hey, where's the freezer? And you're just like, what the fuck? What is this movie? It's so
like when Dolph comes to life like that, like when he's like all of a sudden like, oh, I'm in charge now. Like you said earlier, sir, like his character just changes and like the movie changes and he becomes, I don't know, so much more interesting, and like the comedic level in the movie just goes up way higher after that. Like it's just great. Like I really enjoyed every scene with Dolph after that.
Yeah. It would have been nice actually for it, like it was too slow a burn, I think, because that's what I remember as a kid. I was like, fuck, I remember that movie being really boring. Like that was a boring movie that I would often turn off because it just felt like just by the numbers, sort of nothing, not nothing happening, but it just felt, I remember it didn't really stand out. But I mean, like what happened is I gave up on a movie that wanted to be good, and I should have been more patient. That's the impetuousness of youth. Yeah.
Did you guys also notice that Jean-Claude Van Damme got shot in the fucking shoulder through his fucking bulletproof vest? Like, wouldn't the whole point of those guys wearing that armored gear be fucking that it's body armor?
That's a good point.
Just look like a fucking like a soft jacket. Why would they be wearing soft jackets?
Keep your boys warm.
Yeah. I love those outfits though. I love the look of the Universal Soldiers in general. Like I like that camo or that beige. I like the guns they're using. I like that eye patch, that Borg eye patch.
Yeah, totally Borg. Love that.
And it's, like it's Borg, it's Terminator, it's Zombie. It's like it's a good kind of remix of all the stuff that's going on at the time. Like,
well, yeah, I was gonna say, it's funny you say that about the weapons. They said highly specialized load-bearing equipment worn by the Unisouls was custom made by Eagle Industries for the film, including the thigh holster for the Desert Eagle 357 Magnum. The shoulder holsters harness for the HK MP5 submachine guns, and extra magazines and grenades. It was all collapsible PR-24 batons. It was all like custom made equipment from the company that makes Desert Eagles.
Right. It's funny how quickly it disappears too. Like that guy who's eating the meat, like, that costume's gone. And Dolph just actually his costume changes completely. Because I'm looking at all of a sudden, where did you get all this stuff from Nam?
He picked up the guy's, the commanding officer outside when the guy drew on him, he shot him in the face. He took his fatigues.
Oh, right. Okay.
Because he's the new commanding officer. Then he started putting police badges on it from all the cops that he killed. And then he fucking got his fishing lure going. And then Van Damme lost his Universal Soldier costume to the fucking old Joe at the gas station.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. He's wearing the old.
There were just these like subtleties. It was like a fucking Power Rangers movie, like fucking, I don't know, character changes and.
Yeah, and it's I'm watching. So they finally made it. She's about to get on the bus or whatever, and she's walking towards the bus, and then I think she's gonna look back to wave, and the bus is gonna be gone, or she's gonna leave. She's not gonna get on the bus, and then the bus is gonna go, and then all of a sudden, like, there's a billion cops. It's like a police academy scene, and it's
yeah, good call.
It's very strange. And again, played for comedy. Like, there's.
Oh, it's so over the top.
Yeah. I think that, like, this movie could have been funnier. Like, I think it was trying to be very funny, but there's something, like, the timing's all off, and because, like, Van Damme can do it, the lady can do it, Lundgren can do it.
Oh yeah, I think it's grown funnier with age.
For sure. Yeah.
Like, or the subtleties of the B choices they made, and comedic lines and absurd, like, cutscenes and stuff sort of, like, are shine through now that I'm older. It was like more like splatter violence when you're younger.
Yeah.
But even that's, like, presented in, like, a camp kind of way, like.
Well, yeah, because I watched him when Jerry Orbach, like, they flash back to Jerry Orbach doing the surgery on him. And he's, like, still conscious or whatever, and there's, like, his guts are open and stuff like that. And it looks ridiculous. It looks stupid. You know, it's not played for body horror. Like, this movie wants it could go that way very easily, go the route of body horror, but, like, it doesn't. There's no Cronenberg in this at all. Like, they're not interested in that. It's just and it also doesn't play on the horror elements, which it could have easily, except for the fact, like, that time when the guy's eyes open.
Well, they're literally corpses. Yeah. They played that gag a few times with Dolph too. I'm just gonna sneak in there and push the button. Fuck off.
Yeah. So there's a few horror
elements. The alien sound effect. that loud screeching noise.
Yeah. But otherwise, yeah, you got bits of Terminator here. It's very Terminator, and a lot of comedy. What if you were getting chased by, like, a fucking cartoon, like a modern Yosemite Sam coming at you? That's funny. Yeah. What? Oh my goodness, so much violence. It's amazing. What do I don't know. We got anything else on this fella?
I don't know. I think we covered all my favorite scenes, I think. What about the death of Andrew Scott into the whatever the fuck, the final battle?
Right.
Where the kung fu scene and the fucking steroids and stuff.
Yeah, we can't not talk about that. You're right. Yeah. I've been taking my medicine. And you're like, unbelievably large syringe.
Your medicine. Yeah, just injecting it straight into his heart. Like, oh yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Like the way he threw Van Damme across the screen was just fucking great too. There's one scene where it's like you didn't even see him, like, launch Van Damme. Van Damme just sort of lands, doing his, like,
it was like a vicious fucking body throw into the mud. That one, and he was just splattered Van Damme. And
it was like you didn't see him get thrown. Like, it was fucking
broken ribs. Andrew Scott's on the move.
It's great. It's a ridiculous scene. Obviously, as you guys know, I didn't see that coming at all. I thought everything was wrapped up in a nice little package there with driving to see mom and dad, but fuck, how mistaken I was.
And that's funny because it's like how many, you got like a full 20 minutes of the movie left when it feels like they've gotten rid of them.
Yeah, it's all wrapped up. And it's like, you know, the whole point of the movie was achieved. Like, you got rid of the bad guy. He's connecting with his past. Like, it's done. And fucking power went out. That was the start of it all. But yeah, great, great last scene. Oh man, it gets him in that. I don't even know what it was, wood chipper, hay baler, or whatever.
Oh yeah, well holy fuck! So after he impales him, that's where it gets into the body horror. I'll take it back.
Yeah, that's true. There's some body horror there.
Yeah, well, not body horror, but like just like really grotesque, like Hellraiser kind of shit, you know, like he just kicked him into it right there. Takes forever for him to land, and then yeah.
Well, he gets he's got to get the final spin kick where like Van Damme becomes like Adam was saying, Van Damme becomes Van Damme. Like all of a sudden it's kickboxer.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
The farm boy private just happens to be like the fucking whatever, the fucking karate master.
Yeah. After he okay, so I think that my understanding is that there's like 2 endings to this movie, or something.
I did read about that as well. Apparently, in the unreleased first cut, the final battle between Luke and Andrew didn't include the scene in the barn that was shot months later. It featured the death of Luke's mother and concluded with the near murder of Luke by Dr. Gregor, followed by the revelation that he eventually died of his injuries.
Okay. I'm glad that's a little complex.
Yeah. I'm glad it went the way it went.
Yeah, for sure. And then he turns on the thing, and he just in all of like all those pieces start coming out of the wood chipper or whatever.
Yeah.
It looks like a slurry, just like.
Yeah, there's chunks in there too. It was so nasty. I'm pretty sure I caught a hand coming out.
Yeah, 92, you would just put a fucking pig in the machine. You would fucking you do whatever you want. You can't do that shit anymore.
Yeah, it would explain Van Damme's response. Like his face is genuinely horrified as he's watching it happen.
I'm fascinated to know how Dolph is resurrected. To be honest with you.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of curious myself. I do not remember. I think there's cloning or some shit going on. I think it's. Oh
yeah, you may as well. Because why wouldn't you want to clone fucking Andrew Scott?
And really, I mean, given like how he's like literally scattered across that farmer's field, what other option do you have to bring him back, right? It's got to be cloning.
Yeah.
There's no other path forward at that point.
It's the ultimate universal soldier. Like, really? Are you sure? Yeah.
He was the alpha.
He certainly was like the best of all of them. He really beat the shit out of Van. I know he was on that. He was on the horse drugs or whatever, but he was still pretty superior. He's smarter, even though he's insane. He's definitely in control. He's always got the upper hand on everyone, even like doctors and other military people. He's a really good villain for that reason, because I never felt that, even though Jean-Claude Van Damme, Devereaux or whatever is like formidable, I never felt that he was safe, and that helps.
Yeah, that's true. He was not safe from fucking. He was completely outclassed by Sergeant Andrew Scott.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, big time.
Right. So, what do we want to go to the scoreboards now?
Yeah, I mean, I
think so.
I'm comfortable with that.
All right. Sorry, body count just came on. Yeah, I for what it is, like I'll go an 8. Like I might rewatch this movie. It's been on in the background most of this conversation. I've been pleased with what I was looking at.
Yeah, this is in the classic pile for me.
That's fair.
Well, would you
Adam?
give this out of 10?
What,
you
me?
give it an 8. Yeah.
Yeah. So what about you? You think an 8 as well? Oh, it doesn't matter.
I'm thinking a good solid, 8 Gook Traders out of 10 for sure.
Throw the grenade! Executor! That's an order.
Boom! No!
Run! So fucking good. Yeah, I think I agree. I was gonna give it an 8 before you guys both said it anyway, so I'm gonna stick with that. I wasn't super excited when we picked this movie for the next one, but I've come to learn that usually when I'm not really excited, I'm actually very impressed. Maybe it's low expectations going in, but I was entertained. Like I said, impressed with
We
it.
don't make bad decisions here. The only bad decisions we make is when we go down the sequel road.
That's
That's
had a
what
good.
a little.
You know, the one last thing too to answer in was the enthusiasm behind the grenade throws.
Oh,
never seen better grenade throws or that high volume of grenade throws.
No, it was ridiculous. I loved it, and it also gave it had a video game quality to it because like he throws the grenade into the bus and like so she's on a timer all of a sudden to like find it and throw it out, and then it explodes at the bus. She's and it's like they use it not only for spectacle but also to increase tension. Like during what is like gosh, we've seen a million road chases, and so like they put those ravines on the other side, and then we've got this like skill testing challenge that you got to go through in order to survive this asshole. And then you got to fight him at the end, right?
Your driver's not looking so good.
And he says it all with a grin, like just a slight grin too, and it's just like, oh, this is great.
Yeah, like why is he so evil? Like, and what's his problem with Devereaux?
He's a fucking traitor, man.
Yeah, traitor, man.
I guess
they're
that's
everywhere.
it.
They're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah. I'm glad he didn't like kill all those people in the grocery store. Like that or that we know of anyway.
Well, no, you killed all the cops. You killed all the cops in 4 seconds.
Yeah, but everybody else, like he did have a sense of like. As long as it was Middle America, and Middle American citizens, like it was fine. Music performed by the Berlin Philharmonic Film Orchestra. Interesting. Until like body counts in the house.
A high point for their careers.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. So I guess we didn't really talk about like this. This is a weird B zombie Terminator movie that also like is just transplanted into what appears to be like Arizona or something.
Yeah.
into like shit kicker country, and like, but it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't have to comment on it or anything. It's just weird. Like I think James called them yokels, and like it just feels like it's like constant yokels around, which is watching this shit show happen. Yeah, I don't know what to make of it. It's very strange.
Wow, I'm sending you some screenshots from the IMDb photo catalog, and you're gonna be pleased.
Ooh. What's the rating on this thing generally?
Oh, it's a fucking hard R. They had a hard time getting the MPAA rating, or adult accompaniment, the heavy duty rating, above R. They had a hard time getting rid of that. They had to shake and bake some scenes.
That's funny. It's not what I meant though. The what does IMDb think of it?
Oh, I didn't even friggin' look at that. Like, what's the real?
What's the truth?
6 out of 10. Solid, rock solid. 88,000 reviews. 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
Big, dumb, loud, and fun. Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
Excellent action B movie. 7 out of 10. I see mostly 7 and 8s, really.
Yeah. Who's
near
dragging
perfection,
it down?
Superb action film. Hang on here. Here's a crybaby. He's got too much to say. I need an angrier crybaby. Here, 3 out of 10. Right. What else can I say about Universal Soldier that's worth saying? How about Don't Waste Your Time?
Well, that's
wow.
dumb. Why did you waste your time then, fella? Like you think we're going to be warned off from me?
Oh, here it is.
Idiot.
There's nothing special about this movie. Truly, it was another means of showcasing JCVD's. Well, why'd you refer to him as that? Obviously you're a fan. Muscles, punches, and kicks. The story was weak, offered nothing unique. See, that's
all
not
wrong.
even not even good writing. Why do they even let these people on here to write reviews?
Okay, well, you relax. We have this conversation each time we go down this road.
I know. Yeah,
It's
you're not
okay.
a professional, you fucking bitch.
All right.
Now, all we need is a little energon and a lot of luck.